There are so many obvious things in the scriptures. First of all, we gonna go to Romans, the book of Romans, okay? Because the Romans haven't went anywhere. They didn't die off, honey. They're not extinct. The Romans are all over this earth. There's a lot of them in the White House. Yeah, but we're gonna talk about the camp of the Romans today. So let's read that scripture. Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of the Creator into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Okay, now we know that breaks the first and most important command. And the Creator spake all these words, saying, I am the Creator thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. First command, thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, nor any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath. Yeah, so we were all around these people. We lived around the Romans. You know what the Romans did to us in the days of old? And you know they had their idols all over the place. It's the same thing. Okay, so I'm showing you an image of Krishna. Okay, his message was to guide us to the Most High, to elevate our consciousness. But they took his image and people worship him. Okay, so that's in all organized religions. They have you worshiping the one that brought you to the Most High. That's worshiping the creature more than the Creator. Okay, they came up with a big old debauchery with this one. Okay, that's white Jesus. And we know that the Romans have him plastered everywhere. They even had us plastering him on our walls. Yeah. Ooh, that was a big one. I have this to say about my Muslim brothers and sisters. Yeah, that monotheism was 100% correct. You shall not have any other God besides the Creator. Yes, you guys got that right. But it's only one thing that I can say about the Prophet Muhammad. Is a lot of times I hear blessings to the Prophet Muhammad more than the Creator. Although I do hear the Creator a lot, so I don't have much to say about that except for there should not be any images of worship. Not even the Prophet Muhammad. Again. Okay, so you see Buddha statues everywhere. That's breaking that first commandment. Yeah. Even though Buddha was also one that was here to enlighten humanity and point them to the direction of the Most High. But you can't have them statues and you can't worship him. And any of the ones that I just showed you, they are all creatures. They are not the Creator. They are not to be worshipped. Okay, you're breaking the first commandment. Anybody that you name more than the Most High in the name of your belief system, you are actually worshiping them. Okay, when all they wanted to do is enlighten us and bring us closer to the Most High. So now going back to Romans, the first chapter, okay? I brought up Romans because the Romans were the biggest culprit. So like I said in the beginning of this video, the Romans haven't went anywhere. They just scattered all over the earth. Yeah. And then they have the Vatican with its own government that the world bows down to. We're going to look at some of the debauchery of this camp right here. So this morning, I was looking up the definition of vicar because the Pope is supposed to be the vicar, which is God incarnate on this earth, right? That was the definition of vicar not too long ago. Well, let me tell you, you can't find that definition anymore. They scrub-a-dub that definition. I guess they must have lost a lot of parishioners and probably had a lot of their colleagues that didn't want to go along with it. Yeah, so they changed that. Okay, you guys, let's move on. So now let's read the first commandment. And the Creator spake all these words, saying, I am the Creator thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Who was he talking to? See, we're going back to the golden calf thing. I'm telling you, the golden calf thing had us so asleep. It had us so asleep until it was so tricky. That trick was just very slick because they always have you worshiping the one that came to enlighten you to the path to the Most High. Instead of the Most High, the focus is always on them. Yeah. So now in Rome, you know, they have all kind of statues and all kind of images and paintings, and it's just full of them, right? And the Vatican, full of it. The Catholic Church, full of these images, even in their local churches. Okay, so I went to, you see that? The ads, shop statues in the Vatican, honey. They still pushing all of these idols. Look at them. They want people to buy the idols and have them all in their houses. Yes, just like them magicians out there with the golden calf. Yeah, and all of this have to do, the reason why the Most High really commands us not to have these graven images is because it's matrix minded. It takes you out of your spiritual mindset because you have to have something that's tangible, something that your five senses can connect with all the time, keeping your spirit man dead. And you see all of that? Now we're going to see what happens when you start doing this, when you start having these idols. You see this? Every single Catholic worships the serpent, the devil, and don't even realize it. Now look at this, how this room was designed in the Vatican. It's so evident that it is. It has reptilian skin, slit-shaped eyes, fangs, and snake skin. They're so obvious with it. Yeah, because, hey, this is like one of the biggest idol pushers in the world. And they have their own government that the world gave power to. The wrath of the Creator is being revealed from heaven against all of the godlessness and wickedness of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness, since what may be known about the Creator is plain to them, because the Creator has made it plain to them since the beginning of the world. God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. For although they knew the Creator, they neither glorified Him as the Creator nor gave thanks to Him, but their thinking became futile, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Their spirit man was darkened. The lights were out. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal Creator for images made to look like mortal human beings and birds and animals and reptiles. Yes, you see what happened? Now it says that all of their lights were squashed. Their spirit man is dead or in a coma, and this is as a result of this camp and all of this idolatry. I'm gonna just put some headliners up. False statements during abuse probe testimony. Ex-Pope Benedict the 16th admits false statements during abuse probe testimony. So he admitted that he is a liar. He's a liar. He admitted he's a liar. Now, some things are very obvious. Don't this man look like the devil? Don't he look like one of those movies where they have the devil in human form? Don't he look like that? This man let so much debauchery just pass. He just gave a pass, honey. It just like the popo. They would catch a priest abusing children, sexually molesting them, and raping and all of that kind of stuff, and he would just move them from one church to the other. Okay, so the next headline. News report faults retired Pope Benedict the 16th of poorly handling sexual abuse cases in German diocese. Okay, now look, this is not just in Germany. You guys remember all of them little dead children? They've been finding them all over the world near Catholic churches. Yes. And so that devil, I'm telling you, it's been going on for centuries, but he didn't change anything. He just did what they've been doing all of those centuries. Okay, the next headliner. Catholic priest victim. The abuse was so common, it became normal. It's like they had those little kids thinking that that's the way it was supposed to be. Yeah, they just some nasty ass dogs in that church. And this is why. Because of this, the Creator gave them over to shameful lust. Even their women exchanged a natural sexual relationship for unnatural ones. In the same way, the men also abandoned natural relationships with a woman and were inflamed with lust for one another, men committing shameful acts with other men and receiving in themselves due penalty for their error. Furthermore, just as they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of the Creator, so the Creator gave them over to be depraved-minded reprobates, so that they do what ought not to be done. They have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and depravity. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossipers, slanderers, God-haters, insolent, arrogant, and boastful. They invent ways of doing evil. They disobey their parent, and on it goes. Francis's Catholic Church and its 300,000 victims of abuse. Victims speak out in U.S. Catholic sexual abuse scandal. Notice the ages of these people that's sitting on the stage. They look elderly and middle age for the most part. So this thing has been going on in recent history, but it goes back for centuries, you guys. Ever since the Most High turned them over to being reprobated. Their hearts were so dark. The Most High caused them to be reprobated because of all of the idolatry. And this is just one of the houses of horrors in the world, where they either had kids that were orphaned because of their parents' absence, or the police would take them, or the church would take these children away from their parents. Yeah, claiming some kind of like alcoholism or whatever. They really did it to our indigenous brothers and sisters. They would just go take their children, and it wasn't anything that we could do about it. Yeah, it was so many babies, over 1,000 babies murdered in just this one area, just the one. But there's burial pits like this all over the world that the Catholic Church is responsible for. Many of your organized religions are tied to the Catholic Church. I remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, where the Pope went to was in New York City. He was meeting up with the Synagogue of Satan and the president. I think that at that time it was Trump. Yeah, they had a big old meeting. He's all involved in that global warming lie. Yeah, they had the Paris Accord, where they were bringing up the subject, trying to get everybody on board. But it's the same old thing. It's just trickery. They were just trying to unite their forces for one cause. Yeah, so this church right here, this camp right here, the camp of Rome, brought so much debauchery into this world, and they are so wicked. And now the Most High is turning the light on. He's turning the light on all of their wickedness. Yeah, he got his angels riding them clouds now. Yeah, them angels of destruction. Yeah, they ride and they bring in the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the typhoons, the tsunamis, the fires. Yeah, the volcanoes, the earthquakes, the erosions, the tornadoes, the landslides. Yeah, the Most High has his host out there. You see this one right here? You see her face? Yeah, the Most High had them to show up in front of my house right before that big old tornado outbreak. Yeah, it was a lot of signs. We're going to go over some more of those signs that was right in front of my house in the clouds. Because the Most High wanted to make this announcement that he has his host riding this earth for judgment for all of those in idolatry that refuse to only worship and serve him. Yes, okay, you guys, I send you infinite light and love. All praises to the Most High for his justice. Shalom.